You're listening to My Teacher and I, a podcast where students speak and teachers truly listen. Each episode, we step into one classroom, one conversation, one story that just might change your life. I'm your host, Agnes, and today's story is called The Mask I Wear. Joy is 16. To her classmates, she's the girl who always has it together. Sharp uniform, top of the class, perfect posture. But for the past few weeks, something's been off. Late assignments, blank stares, fading laughter. Her biology teacher, Mrs. Kemi, has noticed. And today, she decides to ask. Mrs. Kemi gently asks, "Joy, can I speak with you after class?" Joy in quiet and polite answers, "Yes, Ma." Mrs. Kemi now tells Joy, "You haven't been yourself lately. I'm worried. What's going on?" Joy laughs, brushing it off by responding to Mrs. Kemi. "It's just stress. School stuff. Exams." Mrs. Kemi, still patient and warm in her approach towards her, now said, "Joy, you know you don't have to pretend with me. I'm listening." Joy's voice begins to crack as she begins slow by saying, "Last week, my mom came home from her cleaning job and sat on the floor. She didn't say a word. Just sat there. For hours. I made dinner, fed my little brothers. She still didn't move. At midnight, she looked at me and said, 'I'm tired of living.'" There was a brief silence between my mother and I. I didn't know what to say, so I just held her until she cried herself to sleep. Joy continues, talking with a shaky breath. "We haven't had electricity in 2 weeks. I read my notes with a lantern that barely works. Sometimes there's no food before school. And my brothers, they don't understand. They think I'm their second mother. This morning, my dad texted my mom from wherever he is, asking for money. He abandoned us, and still begs like we owe him. And still, I wear my prefect badge, still iron my uniform, still smile, still raise my hand in class. Because if I fall apart, who's going to hold this family?" This is what Joy's been carrying. A girl who hasn't eaten breakfast in days. A student who wipes her mom's tears before packing her books. A child parenting children. A heart stretched too thin. And still, she shows up. Mrs. Kemi sits still, quiet, and was deeply moved by Joy's story as she said, "Joy, I had no idea. You've been holding the world alone. You don't have to anymore. Let me help you carry it. Let's talk to someone. The school counselor. Together. Can we do that?" Joy, almost whispering, and was emotional released as she said, "Okay, Ma. Please. Don't tell everyone. Just help me." And in that moment, the mask comes off. Not in shame, but in relief. That day, Mrs. Kemi walks with Joy to the counselor's office. No judgment. No pity. Just presence. Joy finally gets help. And slowly, begins to heal. Joy's story reminds us that behind many perfect students are private storms. That poverty, depression, and pressure don't always show on the outside. And that the simple question, "Are you okay?" can be the beginning of everything. At the school counselor's office, hear what she has to say. Some students aren't looking for answers. They just want to be heard without judgment. That's where healing begins. This has been My Teacher and I, Episode 1. The Mask I Wear. If this story spoke to you, please check in on someone. You never know what battles they're hiding. And if you're the one holding it all in, please Talk to someone. You don't have to wear the mask forever. I'm Agnes, your regular host. Thank you for listening. Like, share, and subscribe to our channel Igbo Apex TV for more episodes.